Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time seeing my face, my name is Caitlin and I am glad to have you here. And this is my second video in my tips and tricks series. This is specifically for like Disney tips and tricks. I don't know how long this series is going to go on, but I have at least like 8 videos planned out right now. If you missed not last week's, because I didn't do a tips and tricks last week, but if you missed my first video, I will link it above. I did a Disney hacks video, so I thought it was only right to make the second video a how to save money at Disney World, because this is definitely a topic that everyone wants to hear about. So without further ado, let's jump on to the video. If you're wondering why I'm not in my normal like filming space, we are moving right now, of course, and so nothing is in its place, which is probably also why it's really echoey. But I'll have a new filming space very soon, which I'm really excited about. But let's go ahead and start. So my first tip on how to save money at Disney World is to bring your own food, share, or eat off property. Now I know a lot of people some people do bring food to Disney, or like even just like snacks. It definitely saves a lot of money and maybe even a lot of time, because you don't have to wait in line, you don't have to spend the ridiculous prices. But I know a lot of people also want to eat at Disney, because I mean Disney food is really good. So my other tip along with that is to share. Me and Tyler usually share our food when we go to Disney. That way, even if like let's say you want to eat a full meal and you want to eat snacks, or maybe you just want to eat snacks all day, you can share. A lot of the food is very shareable. Like me and my niece always share chicken nuggets when we go. Like Tyler will get his own meal and then me and my niece will share chicken nuggets because we don't eat that much. And then we'll get like an ice cream after. It saves a ton of money. It saved probably like $10 for us to share the food. Or like me and Tyler, when we go to the Flower and Garden Festival or the Food and Wine Festival, we always share like the little snacks. They're definitely shareable. And then you can eat more. So like for the spring rolls, you get 2 of them, so we'll each get 1. Or like the little sliders and stuff, we'll just kind of snack together on it. But if you really want to save money, you don't want to bring your own food, but you don't want to eat on property, you could also eat off property. There's like a McDonald's right off property. You can really drive somewhere that's close by. I'm sure there's like Chick-fil-A's and all of that close by if you want to eat there, or even bring that into the park, because you can bring food into the park. So that is another option for you. My second tip, and I am telling you to do this with caution, but it is to buy discounted tickets. Yes, you can buy discounted tickets. One of the places that you can is Undercover Tourist, I believe. I don't think you can buy single day tickets discounted, but I'm pretty sure you can buy like multi-day tickets that are cheaper than buying them on the Disney site. Or a more reputable way to save money on tickets is if you have any memberships. So I know you can save money with like Costco, Sam's, AAA has discounts for Disney tickets. So that's a great way. If like you're members of any of those kind of places, make sure you check to see if they offer Disney ticket discounts, or maybe even Disney cruise discounts. Just anything really in general. A lot of those places will help you save at least $10, which I mean, you could use that $10 on a meal. My third tip is to not do a park hopper if you don't have to. Now I understand if you're only going for like 3 days or 2 days, you really have to do a park hopper if you want to do all the parks. But if you're going on a longer trip that's like 4 to 10 days or something, you can save a lot of money by not doing a park hopper ticket. It is definitely more expensive to do a park hopper ticket versus a 1 park per day. And you can even like mix and match it, mix and match. And you could do like single parks for every day, and then maybe the last day you want to hit up like just 6 specific rides on each park, then you could just do a park hopper for that day. But it'll save you a lot of money if you don't do that. My fourth tip is to buy discounted merchandise. So there are a couple ways you can do this. My favorite way to get, like, let's say if you're wanting to collect something in the parks, I mentioned this in my first Disney hacks video, but to buy the pressed pennies. It is only 51 cents to get the pressed pennies. It's a great little collection that you can start for your kids. It acts as entertainment, and I talked more about that in the first video, but they are really a great souvenir if you're trying to not spend money, but you want something to remember your trip by. My other thing I mentioned in my video was to go to the Character Warehouse. There are 2 of them, one on International Drive and then one on Vineland, and they sell very, very, very cheap Disney merchandise, and you can find even some stuff that's still in the parks. So my suggestion is maybe to take a day, like a free day, to where you go to Disney Springs and the outlets and check out what they have, because they might have something you looked at or something similar, and then you're gonna get, you know, you get your park souvenirs, but you don't have to spend park prices. My 5th tip is to bring your own stroller. I know it's kind of a hassle to put your stroller on the trams and have to fold them up when you get on there and everything, but it's going to save you a lot of money, especially if you're there for multiple days. A stroller at the park I know is over $10. I can't tell you how much it is right now. I think the last time I went it was $12 a day. And so if you bring your own stroller, you're going to save a lot of money. And also, you won't get confused with all the other Disney strollers, because you'll know which one is yours. And it just saves a lot of money and a lot of stress of trying to find your stroller. I know that I've had to buy a stroller last minute because I forgot my niece's stroller, and it's just an unnecessary expense that you really don't need. And you could spend that money on food or something else. My 6th tip, and I stress this so much because I see people do it all the time: don't buy water. Water is so expensive. It's almost $4 to buy a bottle of water at Disney when you can get water for free at different stands. Now, not every stand gives you free water. If you go to any stand that has fountain drinks, like you can see it on the list that it has fountain drinks, they will give you free water. And I know sometimes it's in the small cups and stuff, but you can get as much as you want. And you just go back to any, you know, stand. Let's say you can't bring water on a ride or something, just go to a stand afterwards. The lines aren't typically long, and if you go to Hollywood Studios, every stand usually has like a water station, so you don't have to wait in line for water. And I can't recommend that highly enough, because I know so many people who spend probably like $15 a day just on bottles of water. My next tip is to buy spray fans from the store. Do not buy them from Disney. I don't know how much they are, but I know they're probably expensive. And they're also like this big, whereas the ones you can get maybe at Walmart or the dollar store are like this big, so they can definitely fit into your backpacks, and you'll probably end up saving like $15 on them. I'm sure they're less than $5 if you go to the store. My next tip is not something that everyone can do, but it's definitely helpful is if you take your kids to Disney before they turn 3. I know a lot of people don't like to do this because they're like, oh, my kids aren't going to remember, why would I spend all that money? But kids under 3 get in for free. And honestly, even if they're 3, you could probably take them still, because we took my niece until she was about 4 because she could still pass as 3. They don't check. You don't have to bring like their birth certificate in there to prove that they're that young. They kind of just tell. But honestly, those were the best years of my niece's life. Like, I feel like we made the most memories with her. She really got acquainted with what Disney is. They still love the characters. There's no, like, they haven't, like, experienced the world yet. So, you know, they still, like, cherish those memories under 3. And so I just feel like you're going to save money, first of all, if you take them under 3, because you don't have to pay for their ticket. And then I think a lot of places you don't have, like if you go to Character Dines, I think if they're under 3, you don't have to pay for them as well. They just eat off your plate or something, but you're gonna save a lot of money. And those were probably some of the best years taking my niece, was when she was that young, because she really, like, just seeing Disney through the eyes of a child is probably the most magical thing. My next tip is kind of for people who are staying on property, and that is to come when they're doing the free dining plans. That is going to save you a ton of money. Now, I know not the dining plan is not worth it for everyone. I can definitely say that, because if you don't eat a lot of food, you might not eat all the credits worth that you get like at the dining plan. But a lot of the times Disney has deals where you can get a free dining plan. So you're going to save a ton of money if you do, or come to times when there is the free dining plan going on. My next tip is, another one that if you're staying on property, is to stay at the value resorts. Those are the ones that are gonna be like pretty much under $200. A lot of times you can get them for like $97 a night, $130 a night, and you're not gonna have to spend like $500 a night on those like really fancy hotels that you might want to go to. And the reason I say this is because all the Disney hotels are wonderful. Like, they're all really great with theming. And if you really want to see those fancy hotels, you can go. I mean, it's not going to cost you money to go see those hotels, so you get the experience of seeing them, but you don't have to pay the price of staying there and it being convenient. So again, like I said, plan a free day to where you can go to Disney Springs, go to the hotels, go to the outlets, and you're going to save a lot of money, and you can still go see those more like expensive, fancier hotels. This money saving tip might not be everyone's cup of tea, but if you can or you want to, I strongly advise it, and that is to get a Chase Disney Visa card or credit card. We have both. We have a Visa card and we have the Disney credit card. It does save money. You get discounts, like if you're not a pass holder especially, you do get discounts on like dining, merchandise with those cards. And I know if you sign up for the credit card, you can get $200 back when you spend $500 within I think it's like a couple of months. If you spend $500 on it, you get $200 back, which is awesome. And then you also get into certain like photo locations for not for free, but faster with the Chase Visa card. I just think it's a great thing if you go to Disney a lot and you think you're going to use it, and you also get points. So with the credit card, you get Disney points. Like we have 130 that we can just use to spend at Disney, so we could get a free room with that or a free day ticket with that, and that could definitely save a lot of money. And that's if you spend anything. Like it doesn't have to be at Disney. You accumulate those points with whatever you buy with a card. And my last tip is to skip Memory Maker. And I know this might be an unpopular one, but it's expensive. And unless you're going to Disneyland is worth it because I think it's only like $10 or $15. But I know Disney World is kind of expensive. And I say to skip it because I know there's so many PhotoPass experiences that you can get, but you can, let's just be honest, you can go wait in those lines for the PhotoPass and they'll take the picture on your own phone or your own camera if you have one. So if you go to the PhotoPass locations, give them your phone or your camera, they'll take it. You can still take the card just to be nice to get like the photos and whatnot, but they will take it for you if you give them your phone. So you're gonna save a lot of money and you can still get the same kind of photos. And honestly, a lot of the times I don't like the PhotoPass photos. A lot of times they don't come out as good unless you have a really good PhotoPass person. But that is my last suggestion for you guys to save some money. Well, that is all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments below what other tips and tricks videos you want to see, and I will see you guys real soon. Bye!